Sometimes the change in her happens unnoticeably, without any drama. One day, you'll simply call her, but she won't respond. She'll just look, frozen in place. You'll pretend that everything is normal, put the kettle on, scroll through your phone, expecting her to approach on her own. But a fissure forms inside you, the kind into which everything precious eventually disappears. Before, she would just lie beside you, silent. She used to sit in the doorway while you drank your tea, watching, staying close. But now it's as if she's withdrawing, not out of resentment, but simply creating distance. And you reason, well, it happens. A bad mood, a tough day. Yet a thought persistently gnaws at you from within. I'm missing something. Something is making her so quiet, so distant. And it's definitely not just her. While you were living your life, she tried to be with you, but you kept waiting for her to show affection in a way that you could understand. But what if all this time you couldn't hear her, not because she was silent, but because she speaks a different language? There's only one question. What if you are truly not doing the things she cherishes? What if, day after day, you are overlooking the very reason she stays by your side at all? The first thing, she cherishes simply being near you, without contact, without requests, just sharing the same space. You work at your computer, she curls up under your chair. You drink tea, she settles on the edge of the sofa. You go to the bathroom, she lies down silently by the door. Not rubbing, not making a sound, not asking for anything, simply choosing to be close in the only way she knows how. And you don't notice because you're waiting for obvious signs. Let her purr, let her come closer, let her show me. But she is already showing you, with her silent presence, with her choice to be with you and no one else. And every time you fail to see it, you send her a message. You are not interesting to me until you ask for something. She adores being near, and you act as if she isn't there. How many more times will you ignore her quietest devotion? The second thing, she adores watching you. It could be from a doorway, from the end of the hall, from a windowsill, or from a corner. She just sits and observes, without a goal, without a request. Watching you write, watching you walk, watching you breathe. And either you don't notice, or you do and just wave it away. What are you staring at? As if it means nothing. But to her, it means everything. It's her way of being with you without being a bother. Her way of learning you, bonding with you, loving you from a distance. She doesn't approach because she doesn't want to impose. And you wait, thinking, if she loves me, she'll come. No, if she loves you, she'll stay within your line of sight. Quietly, constantly. She adores watching you, and you respond with indifference, at best with silence, at worst with annoyance. She silently says, I'm here, in case you want to notice me, and you act as if there's nothing to look at. And now, knowing this, you can no longer say you didn't understand. You just didn't want to look closer. Too quiet, too subtle, too unhuman. But this is exactly what she loves. And this is exactly what you failed to do. You didn't even notice the moment you started changing everything without a second thought. First, you started waking up later, then you stopped greeting her in the morning, you moved her bowl, then the armchair, then the sounds in the room changed. She remained silent, didn't protest, just started appearing later, sitting in the wrong places, hiding a little deeper, and then disappeared from her usual spots altogether. The third thing, she adores repetitive rituals. The same sound at the same time, the same light, the sound of your footsteps, your routine. She gets attached to it, clings to it. It makes her world feel safe, whole, and reliable. And you destroy it every day, not intentionally, but thoughtlessly. You stop turning on the light where you always did. You changed the music, abandoned the habit of drinking tea in the kitchen, and retreated to the bedroom, to your phone, to silence. And she was still waiting for you there on the same chair at the edge of the same table. For a minute, 2, 5, and you never came. Every time you change a habit, she loses her footing, her coordinate system. Your rituals are her map of the world. You thought they were trivial, but to her, they were everything. The fourth thing, she adores your scent. Not your perfume, not your shower gel, but you. The scent of fatigue on your sweater, the scent of sleep on your pillow, the scent of evening surrender on your t-shirt. You clean it all away, wash it, throw it out. You wash it faster than she can grow attached to it, and she keeps searching for that one sweater, that blanket, that place where everything smelled like you. Have you noticed how she lies on your clothes, even the ones you no longer wear? You put them away and she grew more anxious. You didn't understand why, because your scent is your presence even when you're not there. She adores this, and you wash it away like it's just dirt. Once, twice, a third time, and she starts to believe that you're no longer around, that you're not coming back. And you think it's just a thing. No, it was her connection to you. Perhaps for the first time, you now realize that you've been breaking all these things she adores, not on purpose, but systematically. And now what's growing inside you isn't just sadness, but confusion. What if she has already accepted your silence as indifference? What if she has already retreated and you just failed to see it? There were days like that. You didn't want to get up, didn't want to talk, didn't want anything except to turn everything off, including yourself. You lay on your side for hours without moving, didn't open the windows, didn't look at your phone, didn't notice the light fading. And she was there the whole time. The fifth thing, she adores being with you when you are at your lowest. Not because she feels a responsibility, but because that's what her love looks like. She doesn't leave when things get tough. On the contrary, she becomes even quieter, even closer. You might have thought she was just sleeping at your feet or happened to be there by chance, that she didn't care. But that's not true. She feels it when you're breaking inside. And the only thing she can do is to be there, not to interfere, not to intrude, just to be. You didn't notice because you were hurting, because you were consumed by your own pain, because, to be honest, you had no time for her. But she had all the time in the world for you, more than ever, more than you deserved in that moment. And you pushed her away, not physically, but emotionally, yes, because you didn't believe that someone could matter to anyone in such silence. You didn't thank her, you didn't notice, you don't even remember that she spent that entire day with you when you hit rock bottom. But she remembered, because that is what she loves most. Not playing, not running, not having fun, but simply staying by your side when she was only fragments of you. And now there is silence, because there is nothing left to say. No apology can fix what you failed to acknowledge back then. She adored being with you when you were falling, and you didn't even notice that a paw was extended not to save you, but to simply not leave. You were sitting in the same room, she is in the same corner. Nothing has changed, except for one thing. Now you see. Everything that seemed random wasn't. Every moment of her silence, every step she took behind you, every time she appeared nearby for no reason, these were all attempts to stay connected. You didn't know, but now you do. And that is enough for something inside you to shift. Not to collapse, but to shift, as if you finally turned to face her. She demands nothing. No explanations, no apologies, no gifts. The same things are still important to her. Being near, watching, repeating rituals, breathing in your scent, and not leaving when you're unwell. 5 things, 5 simple, almost invisible displays of love, and you can still choose to see them, to start doing what she's waiting for. Not for show, not for gratitude, but because you are no longer blind. Maybe you'll sit in the same armchair at the same time, and she will approach because she'll recognize the motion, the light, the moment. Maybe you'll leave your sweater for her and won't take it away again. Maybe you'll just say, not out loud, but to yourself, I see you. I'm sorry I didn't see you before. She won't answer. She doesn't know words. But she will stay again, and that will be enough. If you felt that there is something important in this silence, it means you're not alone. We talk about it here in whispers, without shouting, without preaching, about the simplest thing, the one who is beside us every day, but whom we learn to notice far too late. If you'd like, stay with us, subscribe, to remind yourself that sometimes the most important thing is already here. You just have to be present.